Shalom, fam. The audio wasn't playing and I didn't know, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let the videos play that I was that I'm gonna talk about. So this right here is about this is gonna show you somewhat of the subject. So let me get this set up and then I'm finna chill out in the background and allow y'all to hear what's going on. Now they say I listened to a brother this morning and he was talking about how people is culturally appropriating our people. And I'm on here today and I'm not gonna get I don't get tired. So I'm finna keep riding out on this until we start seeing what's really going on. And the brother, his video was called Erasing Black People from Music. And this was the reason why I had wrote that song Vulture, because of that situation that was going on earlier. But first of all, let me share with you where hip hop came from, where all of the music and stuff what people is appropriating us with. Let me share where all this came from. All right. Now, fair use. Fair use.
Major funding for the rise and fall of Jim Crow is provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities, expanding America's understanding for more than 30 years of who we were, who we are, and who we will be. And by support from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people. Additional funding is provided by the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation. Corporate support is made possible by New York Life.
With vision and determination, one generation dreamed of creating a better world for the next.
So before I let this play, I'm not going to let the whole thing play because I want y'all to go and check it out. And I saved all the links down below in the description in the video. But you seen the corporations that funded this and they said this is a privately thing. It's a private thing. And then you see that it's in the liver box because anything that's in the liver box, you should be able to use under the Fair Use Act. PBS is a liver box thing. So let me let it play to a certain extent, and then I'll go on to the next video. And this is about our history. So if we cannot show our bodies on here without it being said a copyright strike or anything, when we're actually using a fair use thing, then we got a problem because that's the fair use thing. Am I able to use the imagery of me and my people? But anyway, let's go ahead because I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. What I'm trying to do is vouch and speak so that things can get better and get right for the people who are left out. All right, let me let this play. And like I said, remember what I told you. This is about our stuff being taken from us. All right, now listen.
New York Life is proud to bring you remarkable stories of dedication, struggle, and triumph.
As the 20th century approached, innovation, expansion, and optimism seemed passwords to America's future. In 1898, America flexed its muscles as a world power, declaring war against Spain. White regiments and black regiments fought shoulder to shoulder. It was glorious. We officers could have taken our black heroes in our arms. Lieutenant John Pershing. Black Americans embraced the war with optimism.
We left our homes, wives, mothers, sisters, and friends to break down that infernal race prejudice and to have a page in history ascribed to us.
But fighting infernal race prejudice would be far more difficult than fighting Spain. In 1898, the United States Supreme Court, having already allowed Southern states the right to segregate blacks, now approved denying them the vote. In the same year, most of the blacks living in the South worked the white man's land, averaging less than $1 a day. In 1898, 101 black men were lynched in the South. But one southern city, nestled comfortably along the Cape Fear River of North Carolina, seems to have escaped the worst excesses of the Jim Crow years. Wilmington seemed to be a racially moderate city, a condition brought about by economic prosperity and a strong black and white middle class.
The best feeling among the races prevailed in Wilmington. The Negro and his white brother walked their beats on the police force. White and black committeemen sat down together in the same council. White and black teachers taught in the same school. David Fulton.
It was a booming place for African Americans. They simply felt as if they were making a contribution to society 33 years after they were freed through Emancipation Proclamation.
It was a prospering African American community in the largest city of the state. They had attained some success in the middle classes. There was a growing mercantile class.
What happened was a number of blacks were able to transfer skills that they learned in slavery to private enterprise. On the plantation, there were blacksmiths, there were carpenters, they were teamsters. They had all these.
Now, wait a minute. We did not learn our skills in slavery. We knew how to build before slavery. They did not teach us how to build. We built because we had knowledge to know how to build. Let me go ahead and play.
These different skills that they learned in slavery, which they weren't being compensated for. But now they were able to take those skills and transfer them into business, and that's what happened.
That first generation out of slavery sort of bought the dream. They thought that they would get education, they would rise, they would be successful, and that kind of performance would prove their manhood and womanhood.
One successful Wilmington African American was Alex Manley, publisher of the Wilmington Daily Record, the only black daily newspaper in North Carolina.
He says his relationship with whites is good, and there's every reason to believe that. White merchants advertise extensively in the Daily Record, but he clearly sees the future place of black people as being full equality. There's no question about that. And he's constantly encouraging them to become equals economically, politically, socially, culturally.
There were many whites who were poverty-stricken, but there were many blacks who had very good-paying jobs. Of course, they had their carriages and their nice dress, and they would shop, and they felt as if they had come a long way, and they were beginning to feel themselves in a prideful sort of way. And
So we see that those Negroes that had accumulated some type of income to sustain themselves continuously said that Negroes in full were already liberated. All right, but we know that we was the ones that was hidden. We know the field Negro was hidden. All right, go ahead and listen.
I think to a degree in an arrogant sort of way. So there we had much tension created. How dare you think that you are so much better than I am?
It's partly economic competition, but it's also a grave concern that Black people are beginning to feel the equals to white people.
So his analogy was that it was a competition thing, but no, it was really that he was being very disingenuous and disrespectful. What that guy said, he was being disingenuous and very disrespectful because there is something that was going on during those days. There was something going on during those days. Let me share with you another video, fam.
So 25 years after the 1994 crime bill was enacted, we are still having conversations about the import and significance of the bill.
That 1994 crime bill, it did contribute to mass incarceration in our country.
It's important that people remember the context of the political environment in the early 1990s.
The other big piece of legislation on Capitol Hill tonight is the crime bill.
Now, violent crime peaked in 1991, and the drafters of the bill didn't know that in 1993 and 1994 when they were drafting and signing it. Urban areas, urban cities across the country were ravaged by crack cocaine, and Americans were afraid of crime. The 1994 crime bill was...
Okay, let me rewind this back to figure out what she said they didn't know. Hold on.
Were ravaged by crack cocaine, and Americans were afraid of crime when they were drafting and signing it. Urban areas, urban cities across the country were...
Big piece of legislation on Capitol Hill tonight is the crime bill.
Now, violent crime peaked in 1991, and the drafters of the bill didn't know that in 1993 and 1994 when they were drafting and signing it. Urban areas, urban cities across the country were ravaged by crack cocaine, and Americans were afraid of crime. The 1994 crime bill was signed by President Bill Clinton. You know, this was a pretty significant bill at the time, and President Clinton and Senator Biden at the time were right that the bill was significant.
The most significant federal effort to deal with violent crime in America that has ever been undertaken.
It was important for a Democrat at the time to be seen as taking a significant role in trying to reduce crime and violence in the United States. And at the time, the Congressional Black Caucus was part of the debate around the crime bill. And the Congressional Black Caucus didn't want every provision that was included in this bill. It became clear that the provisions in the 94 crime bill were going to be a political compromise. And so the history is much more complicated than is sometimes portrayed by the media. Now, what did the bill do? Just like a lot of political compromises, there was the good and there was the bad. For example, the bill eliminated 19 types of semi-automatic assault weapons. It also provided huge amounts of funding to hire cops. 100,000 cops were funded. It was about $14 million at the time for community policing. The bill also enacted the Violence Against Women Act that provided funding to protect women and victims of domestic violence and crimes against women. But the most pernicious provision of the 1994 crime bill was its $12 billion that was authorized for states across the country that would enact what's called truth in sentencing laws. That funding literally paid states to increase the number of prison beds that they allocated for individuals convicted of violent crime in this country to serve 85% of their sentences behind bars. The reason that provision is so important and the reason we're still talking about it today is the federal government essentially subsidized states across the country to build more prisons. So 25 years later, the crime bill is being debated.
You stood up and used that tough on crime, phony rhetoric. That bill was a huge mistake.
There's no question that that crime bill contributed to America's mass incarceration problem.
1994 crime bill, we had a gigantic epidemic in America of violence, particularly in African-American communities. The notion was overwhelmingly supported. It was supported by the Black Caucus and the United States Senate by and large.
And the reason that...
Okay, I'm finna let her speak her piece. So y'all hear this now? All of this was going on, and guess what was being created while all this stuff was going on? While our people were being mass incarcerated in prison, while they couldn't drink out of the white water fountain, and while they was out there in the plantation picking cotton, and while they was out there picking tobacco, and while they was out there hurting for free, and while they was getting locked up and doing free labor, they were in the business of creating new music, creating new genders of music, because they was trying to find a way to get out of the ghetto. They created breakdancing. Our people created all these things trying to get out of the hood. I think it was one of the founding fathers of hip hop, one of them, that made the scratch table. All these things were going on. KRS-Ones and all of them started coming out, and music started to be formed again, another brand of music. And while all this was going on, our people were trying to get out of the hood. Listen.
The crime bill comes up so often is, today in 2019, it is hard for so many people to understand why the federal government would pay states to incarcerate more people, given the devastating consequences we know that incarceration causes. But at the time, policymakers felt the need to respond to what they felt was uncontrolled violence. And this bill was the way that policymakers, that Congress could say, we're do something about it.
Violent crime and the fear it provokes are crippling our society.
You see that? So instead of them paying our people for unpaid wages, this was the bill that they was in there forming up and signing in 1994. In 1994, I was a little jittybug. 94. They wasn't paying our people our reparations. They wasn't giving our people back land. No, they weren't doing that. This is what they were signing. So while all this was going on, remember what I said, hip hop was transforming to this form and to that form. And who paid money? What person paid money? Y'all got to understand where a lot of the rap that people complaining about came from. Who funded it? Who funded the drugs? Pay attention, fam.
The crime bill before Congress gives you a chance to do something about it, a chance to be tough and smart.
We need to examine the crime bill and all of the federal bills that galvanized prison spending, that galvanized more arrest, more incarceration, and we need to look to the future. And today, the United States leads the world in terms of incarceration. In fact, if each state were its own country, 23 states would have the highest incarceration rate in the world. Any candidate running for election who's serious about criminal justice reform, who's serious about cutting the prison population by 50%, needs to take a hard look at what has worked and hasn't worked in terms of our past criminal justice policies, and understand that federal funding to increase the number of beds in prisons across the country is simply not a way to create safer and healthier.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube.
So y'all see, that's another part of the issue that we deal with as a people. Now I want to show y'all something else. Here's another one that I want y'all to pay attention to, fam. All right, now this is the brother that was speaking on the subject. I'm not going to play his whole video. With the other ones, I played partial, and with the news broadcast one, I played the whole one because they are open source news media thing. But with this brother, I'm not gonna do him because so I'm just gonna play a portion of what he's saying, and I'm not gonna play the end, but I'm gonna play it at the beginning so that y'all. Let me make sure ain't no music playing in there. Let me see. All right, so I'm finna play it at the beginning, just a little piece, and then I'll let y'all can understand after that.
Now, I would not have known this had I not engaged with Andrew Edwards in the UK. But what I found is that there are similarities. Now, I would not have known this had I honors national effort to disassociate Black genres from Black culture and Black people. Now, I would not have known this had I not engaged with Andrew Edwards in the UK. But what I found is that there are similarities between Andrew and Dr. Cologne. Both of them, in their perspective, musical interests, are doing whatever they can to strip Black Americans from particular Black genres. We all know Dr. Cologne, he's trying to do that with hip hop. He come up with this narrative, either a 50-50 narrative or a trifecta, when he talk about Caribbeans and Puerto Ricans and Black Americans are responsible for creating hip hop. Now we know that to be a lie. And thanks to Microphone Check, that's pretty much the nail in the coffin.
I'll be right back. All right. So y'all see that this is the issue that we've been trying to speak about. This is what we have been trying to address. Now, I don't know about nobody else, so I'm going to speak for me. I've been trying to address this for years. People have been culturally appropriating our stuff. Now, let me look up this real quick. Let me look this up, and then I'm finna share it on the screen. Okay, I ain't gonna play the lyric. I ain't gonna play the music. Okay, this is Kanye West and Ty Dolla. I don't know. Sign Vultures. All right, this was 6 months ago. Vultures. And I'm not gonna play the song because I don't want to get no copyright strike on my channel. They say you could play 30 seconds of it, but I'm not gonna play that because I ain't trying to go through all that right there. But right here, this is Kanye the West. It says about three. Okay, so that's Kanye West. Look now, this is at 2003. See, this song was released in 2003. All right, Genius, YouTube. Look at this. All right, Kanye the West, Lil Durk. All right, Look at this. Now, let me tell y'all something. Releasing the album is not easy. Look at what they put. That's 2003, fam. Now look, this is I don't want to show that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Vulture 1. They say this right here. Now I'm finna go back and show y'all what y'all missed. Kanye West. This was dropped in 2003. All right. Who is Kanye West signed to? Here we go. Vulture Lyrics. Genius. Look, 2003. Lil Durk, Ty Dolla, Sign, and Bump J. All right. Bump J. Now look, Kanye West right here again, 6 months ago. Vulture album. It's on Spotify. Kanye West right here. I'll make sure I got it on full screen. Let me show y'all. Starting at 5 lesson. Try first lesson online in person if you're satisfied. Now, this is the reason why I'm sharing this with y'all. All right. So now let me look something up for y'all real quick. And remember, like, and read what they say. Vulture 1 is the debut album by American hip hop super group right here, composed of rapper Kanye West, singer Ty Dolla Sign. It was released independent. All right, it was released independent, so it was an independently. Indie. So that's an independent artist that was dropped from a label or that wasn't with a label. They make an independent label and they release songs without being a part of the mainstream people. All right. So that's right there. Ty Dolla, Vulture, Kanye the West, Lil Durk. I got something I want to show y'all. And I'm finna ride out on this. Listen to this. Album of the year. Why is this the album of the year? I can't play the song on here, even though I have a reason why. But let me go up here. Pay attention. Look. How much that cost to get that? Now watch this. Okay. Now, Vulture, and I'll let y'all hear mine. This was a year before the release of the other one. Do y'all see mine's up there? Moshe, you told me. Hey, bruh, your music sounds just as good. I believe you out. Look, I have to type my name, something that nobody don't know. Nobody don't know. But do they know this guy from India? Vulture, Culture, India, 2001. All right. Closely Community, The Battle Over Burials. Now, what do we know about a Vulture before they released this video? Vulture Culture. They talking about something, and then you go right here. So let me click in here.
On the shores of India's most wealthy and modern city, a flame burns for one of the world's oldest religions. The secretive ceremonies of Zoroastrianism are the private domain of Bombay's distinctive Parsis. These followers of the Persian prophet Zarathustra worship God through the elements. Today it's water, though nothing's ever done without the purifying force of fire. This divine spark of the soul is usually off limits to outsiders.
We revere fire as the glory of Almighty. We revere fire as the master of the house.
That ain't no album playing, is it? Is that an album playing? All right, let me go back to the thing where my songs is at. So all this is there. So you have this one, you have that. Copyright 2022. Calvin Kennedy, I told you that's my name. Track name, Vulture. Artist, Yaquaba. Distro Kid as well, Vulture. And I made an error, so I just put radio edit, and I just didn't want to delete it, so I kept it. All right, and right here, y'all see John Mayer, he has a video listed as well. So this was 2022. That's the album, because people keep complaining about their albums. Okay, look at here. Yaquaba, albums, songs, playlists, listen on Deezer. And it say for free. And listen to Yaquaba. I ain't even charging. So it can't be about money, huh? And there go my videos. And right here, the race to save African vultures. All about birds. Vulture. So my subject was about the nature of this bird, right? In regard to the nature of people who act like this bird. They only come with something getting ready to die. Now, Elder Neely Fuller have been doing videos, and he been doing a good thing. He been speaking. And I share Elder Neely Fuller video whenever I get the opportunity, because even Elder Neely Fuller is not getting the support that he deserves. Look now, YouTube. Now, so let's see who is Kanye West signed to now. Because this ain't about Kanye West. Yaquaba is a hip-hop artist who uploads his original songs and covers on YouTube. Listen to his unique style and voice on his channel. So YouTube is doing their best, right? And a lot of y'all came, and I thank y'all for y'all, the ones that's listening to me. I thank y'all for y'all coming and listening. And the ones of y'all that listen, y'all said that y'all love it and y'all enjoy it. Thank y'all for coming. And then here we go right here. On Instagram, I'm going to show you something about is you is or is you ain't. Look, Instagram, when my name was Yahuza, Yakoba, Yaquaba, Instagram photos and videos right here. Every day I get followers, and it stays just like this. I cannot get my page monetized, so it stays like this. Followers, and these are the people that I follow to try to support. Following 328. So if our people will follow one another and support one another correctly, a lot of the stuff was going on would not be going on. 328 posts. Yahuza Yakoba. All right. And that's for the Vulture, the song, the Vulture song. Right here, Vulture, right here. Distributed by Distro Kid. This is a user-generated page powered by Hyper. So all of these links up here, y'all can go and check them out on y'all time. And I share the web link with y'all so y'all can go and check. This is title and everything. So let me go back to Kanye West one, which was released a year after mine was released. At least he had the decency, because when you as a musician, you are able to check to see what song, who this one belonged to, who that one belonged to. So at least he had the decency to wait a year to see how the album go. And then he dropped his afterwards, because you could check in the database to see whose song is copyrighted, when it was released. At least Kanye the West had the decency to do that. But my gripe is not with Kanye West. All right. He had the decency to drop his album a year later. Now watch this. Check this out. Who is Kanye? All right. So right here, he signed under an independent label now. See, Kanye is signed under an independent label now. Good Music, Wikipedia, right here. 2013. Producer Hit Boy, A Very Good Beats, announced that this contract expired and that he was no longer signed to Good Music. American Apparel model KC Hill was signed to the label. All right. So Goodwill right here, often style good. So they had to do their stuff themselves. Now, right here, let's look at here. Because when you're an independent artist, you're not no Illuminati or none of that. You sign under your own. You are independent. So look, this is Def Jam record. This is Def Jam. Now, Def Jam, this is where Kanye West was signed to. Kanye West is signed. Okay, they say he is. 2024. Kanye West is signed to Def Jam Recordings. He has been working with the label for a long time, and there have been reports of disputes between Kanye and Def Jam during their collaboration. Kanye West is signed to Def Jam Recordings. He has been collaborating with the label for quite some time. However, there have been reports of disputes between Kanye and Def. So that's probably why he released under the independent. So Kanye West officially changes his name to Ye with judges' approval today. Deadline. Retrieved October 18, 2021. So Kanye was doing, he was changing his name and stuff. That's what Hebrews do anyway. We change our name. So right here, March the 16th, 2004, Holding, founded March. So this right here, Kanye, right here, Ye is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, recorder, record producer, and fashion designer. And what happened to Kanye? What happened to Kanye? And what was Kanye talking about? Early in his career, West made clear his interest in fashion and desire to work in clothing design industry. He launched his own clothing line. So who was these people that was that got Kanye to the place where he was recently? What was going on with Kanye? The reason why Kanye started having issues, fam. All right. Now, some people think that I be playing. Let me show you something. So that's the song Vulture. Now let me look up another song. All right. And I'm finna tell y'all something when I get done. So videos, Pass Me Not rap song. Right here. This is what artists be talking about. Okay, when is y'all gonna put me in the placement? They not hating on each other. They saying, when is y'all gonna put me in the placement? Look, they have somebody right here that's on the main placement pages. Not saying that they don't that it's not good that they get assistance and help. Look, I'm not saying that this is not something good, but check this out. These songs right here is from 2017. This one for 2021, 2018. Here's one right here. This algorithm stuff. This one for 2017. There's one for 2020. How come these are the top placements for this track? Let me put when you working with the distributions online on here, you got to pay them money. And they put the tracks up for you. They need to do they need to do a better job at what they're doing. I'm showing you what culture appropriation will do for you. Check this out. The 42 best rap songs of 2023. 42 best rap songs of 2023. Kendrick Lamar and Baby Kim's collaboration to Bill Woods. What is the difference between Kendrick Lamar and an artist like me? Y'all know the answer. Kendrick Lamar has a backing. He has a company behind him. They got connections. But if I looked up Pass Me Not rap song, my song should pop up. But what do we see? Top 100 rap songs of 2023. They put the top rap songs of 2023. They still trying to make money off of these. Where's the new artist at, fam? I'm not the only artist out here. Where's the new artist at, fam? Can they at least put the new artist in any of these placements? Where the new artist at? How far you got to go down? Rolling Stones, you see, you got to have connections. Rolling Stones, I don't have no connection with no Rolling Stone. So these are the people who work with people who have connections with people to get these placements so that they can get money. Offset, Cardi B, Jealousy, Offset, Cardi B, Quavo. Not saying that they themselves is the label, but they work they work for the label. All right, they are artists under that label. So if you're a label, you got to have connections with these different things. Even if you like a brother reached out to me and he gave me a list of all the stuff I need because he has a connection with all these people right here, Rolling Stone, all of them. But if you not you got to be a specific kind of person, or you got already done made a name for yourself out there in order for you to even get their attention. So you could call them, and if they answer the phone, they'll play with you. So you got all that going on, and that's like somebody going to a bank to get a loan, and they say, well, you got to build up your credit first and then come get a loan. Then they say, well, you ain't got to have credit. That's the best credit to have. So you say, okay, so how can I start credit? So you go to Fast Payday Loan, or you go to Cash Advance America, and they don't add. I mean, what is that to your credit? So you gonna keep getting letters in the mail saying you don't qualify. So they send you back a paper in the mail saying your card don't qualify. All right. So this is why when you could get under a label that is a label that has a strong recognition by the people who make them rich, then the other artists can get put on. So y'all see what's going on here? So Pass Me Not, Oh Gentle Savior. They still represented this. But who is the one that made this? It was how these people. Look, Pass Me Not, Oh Gentle Savior was a song that our ancestors used to sing on the cotton plantation. It was recently acknowledged that our people wasn't just monkeys that couldn't talk or sing or nothing. So we always never had proper representation. So even right now till today, look, Pass Me Not, Oh Gentle Savior. How many people is living homeless in the street? See, this is the reason why it's important that our people have control over our stuff, so that when we can get our people off the street, because the people that's making this money, all they want is a private yacht somewhere. They didn't care about their people. They just want the money and a private yacht, and that's it. But the people who doing this to try to build up something to help their people, they can't get their foot in the door. I'm going down, 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 down. They got the lyric list. Where's the new artist at? Where's the new artist? Where am I? I paid my money. Where am I? I went to the next page. You're not listed on the first page? Go to the next page. So now you see again, Genius. Look, Ride With Me. Okay, when was this recorded? 2009. These labels don't care about your culture. They cared about your culture. Let's say right now, instead of them just promoting one song, why don't they promote the 2024 new artists? Where's the new artist page at? We can't even get in contact with them. But all we see, and look, fam, look, check this out. 2017. 2017, fam. And they got Elder Knight locked up. Do MC Hammer see any of this money? Trina Johnson Hawkins. So what's going on here? So when people when we trying to tell the family, look, we need to support one another, private businesses. This is the reason why. And a lot of us may not understand that this is a very important message. People need to be having these conversations when they sitting down at church. But what they want to talk about? Prosperity gospel, or it just don't matter, or get over it, Negroes, or all anything but to address what we need to be doing as a people. I'm preaching right now. I'm preaching right now. Unknown P. Pierce Morgan. Where's the new artist? Where's my song at? I know I paid money to get my song. Look, 1906, fam. 1820, 1915, fam. 1813, 1832, 1950. Fam, where's the new artist at? If they could put these songs up here, Pass Me Not. He said, Ride With Me. But it say, Pass Me Not. I ain't throwing no shots at no Nelly. I ain't throwing no shots at no Kendrick Lamar. I ain't throwing no shots at Death Row Record. I'm not throwing no shots at nobody. I'm telling y'all straight up, these people is screwing over people, and it's not who you think it is. You can't deal with a weed and you think you pulled up the weed. You didn't pull up the weed. They pulling up victims of this victims. When you systematically make somebody poor, when you systematically destroy people. Victims. You are victims of crime. You are victims of crimes of people who oppress you. Choose out a couple. Leave the rest out. Why did they lock up that man? All the crimes that they do around the world. Do anybody deserve to be mass incarcerated in our community? Story behind Pass Me Not, oh gentle Savior. Where is my track, fam? Lyric Finder. Find lyrics for any song. Search by track. Let's try this. Hopefully, maybe they'll have it in here, fam. Maybe they'll have it in here. Let's check this out. I'm showing y'all something for a reason. And then I go back to the brother video and let a little bit more of his video play. All right. So let's look up my name. Let's see if I'm in here. I paid for this service before. I paid for this service. So let's see if I'm in here too. Let's check this out. Hey, Elder Yonago Lab was talking about last night that he don't deal with Cash App. Because Cash App, when you talk to them, you got to talk to the AI. Check this out, fam. I paid money for mine. What my song get? What my song get, fam? Y'all see this? I ain't nowhere to be found, even if I didn't pay for this service right here. That anybody paid for my subscription? Anybody paid for me operated as an independent record label? Where's my placement? Where's my placement? Now, I can't help nobody. They don't care about you getting out the hood and out the ghetto. You got to stay in the hood and the ghetto. That's how they get rich. That's how they stay rich. The meaning behind the song. And even though I'm speaking this to a remnant of people have been very loving and helping me. But look at the bigger picture, fam. I'm not saying that we as a small nothing. What I'm saying, look at what they are doing. This is what they want. Did y'all know who had the private meetings at the prison? Fam, come on now. And look, do not pass me by. When this, we know the story about MC Hammer. What happened to MC Hammer? Why do people get locked up? Cool G. Let me ask you a question. Can Ahmad Assata Shakur really enjoy her life? Fam, let's think about this here. N.Y. Melly, Murder on My Mind. Come on, fam. Official music by G Major, Christian rap. Don't pat. Where's my song at, fam? I thought that they said that Christians is oppressed. Where's my track at? Who is this guy right here? Don't pass me by. This is 2023. My track was released in 2022, and I ain't see mine yet. So you see why a lot of people say I'm doing it because I simply love my people. All right. Now let me look this up. Check this out, fam. I told the DJ don't put grinding, but he put it, so I said, all right, whatever. I was supposed to put grind, which means working. But right there, it pops up. See, Junior grinding, that's the song. because I added my name with the track. So right here, this is before I started talking about Hebrew Israelite. I used to have more subscribers than this, but people unsubscribed to this, I guess, because they figured that I still had control over it, and because I couldn't change this name anyway, or whatever reason they had. But I had more followers on here than I ever had on my page I have now. I used to have thousands of followers, maybe almost to the limit where I couldn't even receive friends no more on Facebook. But when I started telling our people, look, we need to know who we is, all of my followers left. But check this out. This is May 2012. And I didn't used to go online and do all that. I ain't used to be online or doing nothing. I used to just go online, post a video up, and that was it. Because back then we had them, a lot of us that couldn't, we had a regular phone, like a regular phone. So I'm looking through here. Look at here. Best pranks. But Calvin Grimes compilation YouTube. Calvin Grimes YouTube. Y'all can check all these things out when I'm saying, and y'all will see what I am saying to you. You can use me as a template. Check this out. Junior Stumping Grinding. Grinding. Help you today. All right. It says yard care maintenance. So y'all see this? This is not this. Let's look at the private businesses. So Junior Stumping Grinding. Yard care maintenance can be a daunting task, but we can help. Tree removal, pruning, and whatever. So y'all see that. What I was talking about pruning the other day, and if people don't know how to garden, they may think, oh, he just making something up because I don't believe nothing he's saying. He might just be lying to me. So I'm not going to go and look up how to prune. I'm just going to call him a liar. I'll do a video on pruning one day, y'all willing. But anyway, C Junior Stumping Grinding. So they put stumping grinding. So you make you say, oh, okay. Contact me. Use the form below. Or contact me via. Okay. So after I put this song right here, I guess people say, okay, people is gonna listen to rap music, so let me put my business under here. But I was the only one with this name because I got my name through my manager at that time. All right. And a person wrote the song. I let them say their name on who wrote that track for a Cool Cat. But anyway, fam, I just wanted to briefly show y'all some of the reasons why we have an issue going on with this culture appropriation thing. And it's not right. No matter what nobody say, this thing ain't right. And we know how hip hop came about. Hip hop did not come about by a couple of people just say, oh, American culture. No, hip hop came about by people trying to get out the hood. That's where hip hop came from. Hip hop did not come by where somebody just saying, I like it. Hip hop came from us as a people, and we've been disassociating ourselves from ours for too long. Now, listen to this. So listen to a little bit of this, and then I'm finna get up out of here. Y'all will willing. I'm finna share this link again. But it should be in the description underneath the video when I get done. So I'm gonna let a little bit more of this brother video play, and then I'm finna get up off of here, fam. But first, I give y'all the option before I get off of here. While this is playing, you have the option to come up and speak your piece on what's going on with this.
But here we have in the UK, Andrew Edwards, he's trying to suggest that jazz should not be referred to as Black American music. Rather, he offers the same type of explanation. He suggests that it was a combination of different groups, Europeans, Creoles, which are mixed race people, and Black Americans. He's saying that this is not a pure African American creation. And he doesn't like the fact that people refer to jazz as Black American music. So both of these individuals are going out of their way to try to paint a different narrative. And for me, that narrative is clear. There's no such thing as Black American music. This is the goal. One genre at a time.
And that's all I got to share about that. But look at them two people. Did they suffer with you in the hood? Are you worthy of your hire? Are you cheated on your jobs? Fam, we need to keep it real with one another. This is a problem, and we need to resolve this. We need to come together as a people and resolve this, but nobody want to come together. We just want to keep on finding reasons why we don't need to come together. And I got something else that I'm going to have to address. And this is the reason why I've been angry, but I've been trying to get to the bottom of something. But I've been angry about something that I really need to get resolved. So I need to find a way to get on a huge platform, because if I come on my platform, people is not going to want to come over. So the ones that came over, I thank y'all for y'all. But the ones that I need to reach out to. I need to get it. I need to speak where people can hear me, because I don't like to talk to myself. So what I need to do is get on a big enough platform where I can tell people what they need to hear. The ones that want to go where it's popular to go, I need to get over there, fam. I need to get over there, and I need to tell people what I need to say. All right? I'm finna get off of here, fam. Shalom, and thank you for the ones that came and listened. But it's something that's heating me up, and that's why I've been staying off of here, because I don't want to come on here and come off as trying to come at other people that ain't got nothing to do with this. Because I'm looking through things, and I'm seeing things in a whole different way than what is probably being seen by others. So I have to be careful when I come on here not to say something that is not going to be really what I'm trying to convey. This is an issue, and this need to be fixed. And I am praying. I've been fasting, and this right here need to be fixed. I am sick and tired of what is going on, and I'm going to come on here one day, Yahweh willing, and I will let y'all know what it is. But until the meantime, I want y'all to stay tuned to whatever that I'm finna bring out next. And I want to say shalom. Thank you, Moshe, the commentator, for coming, and Sister Naomi, thank you for coming. I invited others to come, and nobody came and showed the support. So I will retort back to matter of fact, you will see it. I'm gonna show you. But I thank you, Sister Naomi and Brother Moshe, the commentator, and whoever else that watching in the background. But it's something that I got to deal with and get fixed. I'll be back, Yahweh willing, if Yahweh willing, soon. Thank you for coming. Please like and share the video. Shalom.